Big mistake by Sami. Zayn ends the Bloodline. Sasha Banks embarrassed WWE and was rewarded. Edge to assume major responsibility in WWE. Ronda Rousey blames SmackDown star for huge rivalry. Backstage plans for Brock Lesnar's big return leaked. Sami Zayn called the Bloodlines B reason why Kevin Owens did not show up on SmackDown this week. Let's jump right into it. Sasha Banks embarrassed WWE and was rewarded. The protracted saga between Sasha Banks and WWE finally seems to be over. The former women's champion is allegedly done with WWE, and Dutch Mantel recently reacted to the rumors and sided with the company on the matter. The legit boss wrestling status has been a topic of intense debate since she and Naomi walked out of a Raw episode in May. The latest update suggests that Sasha Banks has already been released from her contract after WWE failed to agree upon the financial terms of a new deal. The 30-year-old star reportedly wanted to get paid on the same level as two other top female superstars, but WWE officials had different ideas. WWE might no longer be viewing Sasha Banks as a top star anymore, and Dutch Mantel believes the promotion wasn't wrong in cutting ties with her. The legendary manager wasn't happy with how Banks chose to vent her creative frustrations. Mantel stated that WWE didn't need to appease Sasha Banks by agreeing to her demand. Here's what the veteran revealed on this week's Smack Talk. She approached her employment in a bad way by just walking out and embarrassing the company. Now they are not inclined to work with her and damn sure not inclined to reward her, because what that does is tell the other people, hey, if you've got a point, just walk out, make them chase you. And Naomi is not back. Remember, we were talking about she is coming back. She is coming back. Neither one of them came back. While fans might consider letting Sasha Banks leave a mistake from Triple H and Co., Dutch Mantel spoke at length about the real problem with how she went about handling her business with WWE. Dutch said that talents bound to a WWE contract are expected to fulfill the conditions and are remunerated quite well for their efforts. The 73-year-old viewed things from WWE's perspective and understood why they might be right with their recent interactions with Banks, which have resulted in her stunning exit. Mantel continued, "You've got to remember that if you're working for WWE, they are signing your checks, and it can get really, really messy. And I don't know why. It's called a profession for a reason. You get paid for it, and if you don't want to do it, it's like somebody cutting your grass. He comes and says, I don't want to cut your grass, I'm just going to trim these edges here. Well, it's the same thing. Do you agree with Dutch Mantel regarding Sasha Banks' WWE release? Let us know in the comments section below. Edge to assume major responsibility in WWE. Former WWE writer Vince Russo recently stated that veteran Raw superstar Edge could become a great backstage agent for the promotion. The Rated R superstar had one of WWE's most inspirational comeback stories as he returned from a career-ending neck injury in 2020. Since then, Edge has wrestled in several matches but has wisely stayed away from a full-time schedule. Moreover, the veteran performer has been open about his eventual retirement being in sight and not too far away in the future. As such, it makes sense for the former WWE champion to consider transitioning to another role in the promotion once he hangs up his boots. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo, Vince Russo explained that the Rated R superstar could become a backstage agent for WWE. Russo thinks that though this may not solve the global juggernaut's creative issues, it could signify better things to come. Bro, throw Edge in that mix. They need that. Perhaps, I wouldn't say they need more than creative, I'd say creative is worse off, but that is a start right there, said Vince Russo. Apart from Edge, Russo mentioned that veterans like Kurt Angle and Randy Orton should also become agents for the promotion. Vince Russo believes it doesn't make sense for performers who haven't found much success in the business to work as backstage agents. Instead, the former WWE writer wants legitimate big industry stars to assume this responsibility. Can you imagine? Seriously. Orton and Angle as the two agents. That's it. Get rid of everyone. Listen, we call them good little hands. Bro, you're not a 220 hitter in baseball and then become a hitting coach. No, you batted 220, you're gonna tell other people how to hit. You're a good little hand. We don't need more good little hands. We need stars, said Vince Russo. Although Russo's argument makes a lot of sense, it seems unlikely that it will materialize anytime soon, as both Edge and Randy Orton are yet to call it quits. Do you agree with why the Rated R superstar should become an agent for the global juggernaut? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Ronda Rousey blames SmackDown star for huge rivalry. WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler had some stern words for Raquel Rodriguez this week. During the Friday night show, Raquel was in a backstage interview discussing next week's gauntlet match and whether she would be fit to compete in it. Rousey and Shayna suddenly launched an unprovoked attack and targeted her already injured elbow. The two stars left the former NXT Women's Champion writhing in pain on the floor. WWE correspondent Megan Moore caught up with the baddest woman on the planet and Shayna Baszler on this week's SmackDown Lowdown to discuss their actions. Baszler said that they were not worried about any of the competitors taking part in the gauntlet match. Let's take a look at the field here. So we have Raquel. We all know about Raquel. Emma beat her. Let's see here. Liv already beat her. Tegan, a cheater who doesn't really deserve a shot at the title. We have Zia, she hasn't even been here long enough to be doing any sort of challenging for any titles. Sonya, she's felt that armbar too, Baszler said. The SmackDown Women's Champion also defended her actions, saying that she was always respectful and cordial before Raquel insulted her. She started it, like I had been nothing but respectful to her. I did nothing but give her opportunities. I've been great to her. Before Ronda could finish, Baszler took her away, stating that the champ did not have to explain herself to anyone. WWE fans will witness a gauntlet match next week on SmackDown to determine the new #1 contender for Ronda Rousey. The match will feature several top competitors of the blue brand, including Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Tegan Nox, Emma, Zia Lee, and Sonya Deville. The 6 women will duke it out for an opportunity to claim the SmackDown Women's title from Ronda Rousey. Who do you think will emerge as the next challenger for the baddest woman on the planet? Let us know your predictions in the comments section below. Backstage plans for Brock Lesnar's big return leaked. WWE superstar Brock Lesnar is reportedly preparing for a massive return as we inch closer to Royal Rumble 2023. The Beast last appeared on Crown Jewel when he faced Bobby Lashley in a singles match. Lesnar initially took a lot of punishment but quickly turned things around with a shockingly easy victory over the Almighty. This result led to each superstar getting one win over another, leaving room for a third and final battle in the trilogy. WWE is now preparing to write the latest chapter of the feud between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. As per News Zero, Lesnar is expected to make a big return next month, where he will confront Lashley again. The Beast incarnate will pick up and finish his feud with the Almighty, with the two potentially locking horns at Royal Rumble. Fans have loved Brock Lesnar's current run as a top babyface, especially considering the Beast's natural sense of humor and freedom on the microphone. However, that hasn't stopped him from being a dominant force of action even while appearing sporadically. There were rumors about Brock Lesnar potentially working with Gunther for a big match at WrestleMania, but that storyline is not expected to kickstart, at least not until Lesnar has put his feud with Lashley to bed. The Almighty has not been the same since he lost his match against Lesnar at Crown Jewel. Over the last couple of months, Lashley has repeatedly lost his cool, which has often interrupted the task at hand. Most recently, on WWE Raw, Lashley locked horns with Seth Rollins for a shot at the United States Championship. The Architect prevailed, and Lashley began attacking everyone in his way to make a point. Although his emotions have been interfering with the Almighty's judgments, this is one of the most brutal versions of Lashley that we have seen on television. Sami Zayn seemingly called the Bloodline's bitch. Former Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn was on the receiving end of a hilarious jibe by Kevin Owens at a recent WWE live event. The honorary youth proved his loyalty to the Bloodline when he sacrificed his friendship with Kevin Owens to help Roman Reigns at Survivor Series War Games. This resulted in a massive victory for the Bloodline at the mega event. Owens has been mad at Zayn ever since. At the latest WWE live event in Mali, Owens teamed up with Sheamus and Nakamura to take on Sami Zayn and the Usos. As per a fan in attendance, Owens took the mic at one point and took a brutal shot at Zayn. The former Universal Champion said that his former best friend refers to the Usos as his dogs because he is the Bloodline's BCH. There was a time not too long ago when the Bloodline didn't think highly of Zayn. It took quite a bit of effort on the honorary Usos' part to convince Roman Reigns and others that he was loyal to the faction. Jey Uso was the hardest to convince as he was sure that Zayn wasn't loyal to the Bloodline. It all changed when the latter played a big part in the Bloodline's win at Survivor Series War Games. The final moments of the event saw Zayn and Jey Uso embracing each other. The former Intercontinental Champion recently opened up about Reigns wanting to work with him on WWE TV, which eventually led to him getting involved with the Bloodline. He was talked about with Roman as well. We were sitting at catering one day, and I heard an interview that he did with Ariel Helwani where he was very kind towards me and saying nice things about me as an on-screen character, and that he'd like to do something down the road with me one day. We got to talking and I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was a mutual thing. Zayn is set to team up with the Tribal Chief on the December 30th edition of WWE SmackDown. The duo will take on Kevin Owens and the returning John Cena in a blockbuster tag team match. What do you think of Owens calling Sami Zayn the Bloodline's B? Let us know in the comments section below. Reason why Kevin Owens did not show up on SmackDown this week. WWE superstar Kevin Owens was reportedly supposed to be present for the SmackDown tapings this week but couldn't make it due to travel issues. The prizefighter has been a thorn in the side of the Bloodline for the last few weeks. Owens was the mystery partner for the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre during their Survivor Series War Games match. He almost managed to pull off an incredible win for his team before his former friend Sami Zayn prevented the referee from making the 3 count. Fightful Select reported that Owens was scheduled to be featured during the double SmackDown tapings this week. However, the former Universal Champion could not make it to Chicago due to what is being called a nightmare travel situation. This resulted in KO being written out of the show and some major production changes being made. Owens was originally supposed to be in the ring facing off against the Bloodline when the John Cena video would be aired. Owens has had several run-ins with the Bloodline members since War Games and has managed to come out on top during most of those exchanges. This week on SmackDown, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns asked Adam Pearce to set up a tag team match for the December 30th edition of SmackDown. Reigns mentioned that he would team up with Sami Zayn to take on Kevin Owens and a partner of his choosing. Later in the evening, when the Bloodline was in the ring, John Cena appeared on the Titantron and interrupted them. The Cenation leader mentioned that KO texted and reminded him that he hadn't competed in a single match this year. Cena detailed that he was happy to partner with Owens to take on Reigns and Zayn. At the same time, he mentioned maintaining his streak of having at least one match for the company every year in the last 2 decades. Do you think the combined forces of John Cena and Kevin Owens can take down Reigns and Sami Zayn? Let us know your predictions in the comments section below. Big mistake by Sami Zayn ends the Bloodline. The WWE Universe couldn't get past this week's SmackDown main event, which confirmed a big match. But it was Sami Zayn's mistake that raised eyebrows. This week's episode of SmackDown saw Roman Reigns make his first appearance on television since the Bloodline's victory at Survivor Series War Games. The Tribal Chief was reportedly unhappy with Kevin Owens slapping him during the match. Upon return, Reigns summoned Adam Pearce and demanded a tag team match against Kevin Owens. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion said he would team up with Zayn to take on Owens and a partner of his choosing. The faction regrouped during the main event of SmackDown. Many hope to see a big surprise for Sami Zayn, especially considering Jey Uso's promise about it being a big night for the honorary Usos. However, the Tribal Chief only had KO on his mind, and Zayn wanted to show that he shared the same feelings. However, one sentence he said caught everyone off guard. "I am his only friend," said Sami Zayn. The master strategist quickly backtracked and said he misspoke, confirming his intentions to make Kevin Owens acknowledge the Bloodline. However, fans noticed how Reigns looked at Zayn at the time. Many believe this hinted at the start of an inevitable betrayal. Later in the segment, Roman Reigns was interrupted by a video featuring John Cena. The legendary superstar seemingly received a request to team up with KO for the tag team match against the Tribal Chief and his honorary Usos. The aforementioned tag team match is scheduled to take place 2 weeks from now on the final episode of SmackDown this year. It will also allow Cena to continue his legendary streak of competing in a match since he made his debut in 2022. What did you think of Sami Zayn's big mistake on WWE SmackDown in front of Roman Reigns? Let us know in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for